Hi everyone, it's Mish here and welcome to my channel. If you're new, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you are one of my returning crafty friends, and definitely kindred spirits, I thank you for joining me again today. Today is going to be another week in the Daphne's. I got Daphne's diary on my mind. The Margarete Miller Collage Challenge. And all the pages that I'm flipping through, there is a tutorial on in my channel, in the playlist Margarete Miller. So today is week 30. Holy smokes! And the prompts are something with wavy line or pattern, a black and white photograph, something featuring a bold typography, a musical instrument, something that you find in a car, and an oval. So I'm just going to start by getting down some background paper, and I'm just going to make a tuck spot at the top, as I don't think, I'll probably end up closing it over, but I like to have my prompt hidden in the collage. So let's just make it that big. I am using tape runner just to kind of cut back on the amount of liquid that I'm using. It's getting we're only halfway, basically just over halfway through, and it's getting kind of chunky already. And I might have to take pages out. So I'm not really sure what I'm doing here, but if you like to distress, you can distress around the edges, which do kind of set it off. This is just a piece of, I think it was a piece of a bag, just a little, like a sandwich lunch bag thing. And I'm just trying to use up scraps and things that I have already in my stash. I have quite a bit of stuff, and I get on these kicks where I think I have to pick up this or pick up that. Okay, so then bold typography, I'm using this Once Upon a Time. And the black and white photo is this picture of my mother, who's no longer with me, and I miss so much. This is her when she was around 5, I think. At least I'm saying that. And that was her uncle's car. Uncle Brett always had this very stylish car. And I just love that picture. And that's just a copy of the picture. So I'm going to use her as the picture. And then I'm not using the musical instrument. Instead, I'll just use oval. And then wavy lines. So I found this replica of a letter. So I'm going to use that for the wavy lines. I think I'm also going to do a bit of stamping. And then I have some other bold typography. So live life. My mother definitely lived life. She was very fun, loving, and she always got her point across. She had a point of view. And then here's some ovals that I just pulled out of my stash. So we're going to stick that in somehow. And then something you'd find in a car. So I found this, again, it's just something I had in my stash, but it's cycles, motorcycles, and automobiles, and it's a receipt for service. So I'm thinking that that might be found in the glove compartment of the car, just a bill for some work that might have been done. And then this, I can't really see if I had tried to zoom right in, but it says something about a certificate of something. And I'm pretending this is a car registration, because it kind of looks like my car registration, actually an older version of it. But so I thought that would be a couple things that you might find in a car. And then I just have some stamps. So I did also have a couple other black and white pictures. So there's my mom, that's 1960, and she's in the water. She lived by the water all growing up. And when I was a baby, we used to go visit, and it was just beautiful where she was. And then I thought about this black and white. That's my dad. and he was about 16 there, and his first job was as a barber. And then I just, oh, there's my mother, and that's 1955, and she has a little kitten there. And then I just found this out of a magazine, and I thought, well, that would be a cool black and white one too. But then I saw that, and it's kind of automobile, which went with the theme, and so I just wanted to use my mom. Okay, so I'm thinking that it's going to go something like this. But I know I want that at the top, and I got to be careful not to occlude my top bit there. So I'm just going to use a little bit of glue for this. This is the Elmer's Glue All, and it doesn't really take a lot of glue. Okay, and then I'm just going to put that there. Just make sure that that's open. I didn't think I put any glue there. Okay, and then let's get our photo down. I think we can overlap that a little bit. Once upon a time, there was a little girl whose name was Judy, and she lived by the sea. Okay, so there we go. That's down. And then I'm thinking that I will kind of tuck that in behind there, because these then will just layer. We'll figure out how to layer them. So I guess the next thing is just to put this letter down. So let's just tuck it down here in this corner. And then that can kind of go there. So I'm happy with that. And then the ovals are going to layer, with these things. So I kind of thought maybe we could put an oval there and then have that kind of, we'll just have a bunch of layers. And then I can't cover my waviness though. So we can raise that up. And I don't even have to use all of those. Live life, true story. Let's see. Maybe something like that. Could even just put this kind of there, and then, yeah, kind of like that. And then we'll do a little bit of stamping. So I'm kind of happy with that. Let's just get this down. So this one goes kind of there. So today was a long day. I was up around 4:30, and then I had to go for a scan at the hospital. Only the hospital was a 2-hour drive away. So Bobby and I left around, I'm going to say 10:30 this morning. And a couple hours drive down. We were a little bit early. So we went into a couple little shops, and that was kind of fun. And then the scan went very quickly. And then we were back home, but on the way home, we were kind of in a very high elevation when we left the hospital. And there was this thunderstorm, lightning, and we were right in the storm, literally. So that was kind of freaky. Okay, so then I'm just going to, let's try to embellish this a little bit. And I've got this, I'm kind of pretending what the year might be. So I'm thinking it'll be, if I can figure out how to work this. Just like that. And I thought we'd put maybe the date in there. And then I pulled out, I just thought about putting a little bit of text maybe up there, just to kind of set just to kind of blend that in a little bit. And we can have a little bit of words there, down there, so that works. And then I want it a bit of a blotch, but I want it this blotch here. And I've pulled out my frayed burlap, and I also have some other wavy lines that we can use, but I thought this little brown blotch would work out well, like there, maybe up there, because that kind of makes it look oldish. And then with the little wavy lines, I'm thinking I'll do those in black, and then just kind of do a little something like that, which kind of doesn't pick it up that great on camera, but you can see that. And then I just need a little something right there, and I'm thinking that maybe it'll be this little double coffee stain, and I'm going to do it in brown frayed burlap. So we'll put that there, and maybe there. Okay, so I think that's good. And then just a little something maybe along the side there. And I'm thinking that I might use one of my little, I just recently got some new stamps. Oh, I love that. So let's just get that there. That looks okay. And maybe over here. Nice. We could do splatters, but I'm really particular about splatters. And some things I like the splatters and some things I don't. And since I have a flower stamp right here, I'm thinking to put a flower right here on that. And I'm kind of thinking that, just need to look at it a minute. Wow. I'm kind of thinking I'm finished with that. So I hope you enjoyed our quick and easy collage. And we've got all our prompts, and I think it came together well. So if you did like that, I'd love to have a like and subscribe if you haven't already. But until we meet again, I do hope you stay safe and well, and bye for now.